Hello, everybody. It's so glad to be back after a little break. Welcome to the podcast Strong, Grounded, Unstoppable. Now, today I'm delighted to welcome a fascinating young lady, Jo Soley. She's the founder of Bizology, a business coaching approach that blends modern strategy with the ancient and fascinating science of numerology. So, Jo, where did it all begin for you?
Hi, Susie. How are you? Thank you for inviting me on your podcast. So I always say that it began back in 2017, the 8th of March, International Women's Day. I went to an event in Letchworth and the keynote speaker said, forget International Women's Day, it's International Women's Millennium. And he had me at hello. And the
Mm.
reason it is International Women's Millennium, not just International Women's Day, is because we are in the 2000s. So two is the sensitive, it's feminine, it's all about the divine feminine flow and balance. It's very emotional. We were born in the 1910 which is very masculine
Ah.
energies. So that's where it all started in terms of bizology, because that night there was so much kind of top cosmic downloads and tumblers all aligning, and I really understood who I was through the energy of my number. I knew I was a life path one, but that night it was like, yes, I am here in business to be a leader. I am
Mm.
here to do something innovative. So I
Fabulous.
read all the books. I studied at a college in London. I brought numerology into my work. I created bizology. I helped other women, mainly women, understand who they are through the lens of numerology. But then when I look back, when you said, where did it all begin? Yes, it was that night. But even before then, I used to make a beeline for, you know, numerology articles in spiritual magazines. If I went to a mind, body, spirit fair, I'd go to the numerologist.
Mm.
If there was a numerology book for sale in a charity shop, I'd buy it. And my mum said that even before I could write, I'd get her to write down everyone in my classes when we were like 4 or 5, and I'd put a number against them.
Your head, a
Yeah,
number.
yeah. So it's as if I'd always had an affinity, a
Yeah.
connection to
Tuned
numbers.
into it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it was a remembering of what I used to do before, but not like a times table love or a
No.
math love.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say International Women's Day 2017, which was 9 years ago.
Mm.
But then it's always been there. And
Mm.
I always
Mm.
say where there's interest, there's ability.
I love that. I love that. Numerology has been around for, I mean, how long? Galileo practiced numerology, didn't he?
Well, Pythagoras is the godfather of
Okay, of
numerology.
course. Yes.
But he taught us that numbers have numeric quantities.
Yes.
But like things like human design are popular, but that's
Yes.
about my age, 53. It was birthed in the 70s. Whereas numerology is ancient esoteric science, a bit like astrology looks to the stars, numerology looks to numbers.
Numbers. Mm.
So the ancient Greeks used it, the ancient Egyptians, it was in the Bible, it was in the Kabbalah, the Babylonians used it, the Chaldeans used it. It's as old as time.
Mm.
Nero used it, Plato used it, but it's as new as the next decision you're going to make.
I love that too. So, it's when you have a real passion for something, what you absorb with joy is just so good. And I know you've had over 30 years business experience in business development and sales and marketing, and you've put that together with numerology to help entrepreneurs and businesses understand their unique numeric blueprint so they can make clearer decisions, work with timing, and build a business that actually fits them. And I remember when I was on a retreat and you did some teaching with us. Is it people like Google use numerology, or the names Amazon and Google are all pertinent to numerology?
So when I did a masterclass for you, I showed you that the word Google vibrates at 7. And what does the 7 do? It's the seeker, all about thinking and seeking and learning and questioning and asking.
Mm.
So, yeah, words are spells. That's why we call it spelling. So
Oh, do you know
my name is
that?
Joanna Elizabeth Soley, and that vibrates at 3. So my life path is a 1, but you see me as my name. So even though my date of birth, 4/4/1973, vibrates at a 1, leadership, innovation, here to do something that hasn't been done before,
Mm.
ideas, energy,
Mm.
even though that's what I'm here to do, how you experience me, how I experience you is through words. So
Yes,
you cannot change your date of birth. It's
yes,
impossible. But you
yes.
can change your name,
Oh.
change your life. So I've never changed my name. So when I use Joanna Elizabeth Soley, which I always say the full name is the flag in the sand,
Okay.
that's a 3. So what was everyone asking me for? A book. And I
Yeah.
was thinking, I'm not an author, but
Mm.
that's how I'm seen. People say, come on my podcast, Joe. Speak at my event, Joe. Come for a drink, Joe.
Mm.
Because I'm seen as the communicator.
Mm.
So, what date of the month are you born on?
The 3rd
Yeah.
March,
So I know that I was just getting you to say 3.
1958.
So that is that. So even though you're a 2 life path,
Yes.
the sensitive, all about emotions, all about balance, all about being supported by your environment, eating the elephant
Yeah.
with a teaspoon. The way you do that is to have a podcast, to write a book, to
Yeah.
write a blog, to share
Yeah.
your message,
Yeah.
to get on stage.
Mm.
So I'm born on the 4th of the 4th, and you know what I'm like? A little dog with a bone, a
Yeah.
workaholic, nothing
Yeah.
gets past me
Yeah.
because it's my 4, being born on the 4th of the 4th.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
see my numbers behind me.
Yeah.
So you're a 2.
Yeah.
75% of what's going on in Susie's life, her life path, is to be sensitive, to use emotion, to use balance, to be intuitive, to sense your way through. But
Yes.
it's easier for you to hang out in 3: creativity,
Mhm.
communication, sharing your message. So we don't want to ignore the 3 completely because there's gifts and talents there, but we don't want to just stay in it. So before I really appreciated my 1 and what I was here to do, my business was called Your Brilliant Business Angel. I was working in events. I was being the number 2, but you're not the number next to you. So I was frustrated because I'm not here to be a number 2. I'm here to be a number 1. So when I put my head down, didn't get too involved in groups, got on with it, did my own thing, walked my own path.
Mm.
Life is working out. And then
Okay.
alignment shows not just in your relationships, but in your bank account. So I still use that gorgeous 4:
Mm.
structure, control, routine, and system, but I don't stay in 4.
No.
So your 3, being born on the 3rd, is there to be used,
Yes.
but you really want to elevate, activate,
Yes.
and work with your 2.
That's wonderful. And thank you for remembering me, because you have been so generous from the very time I met you at Karen's retreat. And that makes such sense to me. You can't argue with any of it. I mean, I'm just getting back out into doing speaking events again because I want to help women who are struggling. And what I've sort of discovered over the last week as well is that probably I'm honing down to help women who were of 50, 55 plus, who in those days we were brought up to be obedient, and obedience other people sort of to tell us what to do as well. But also the finances, I haven't been successful until it's coming now. And I think by serving women who have a financial glass ceiling because they were brought up to obey, because they had to have permission to do things, it goes so deep. It's really fascinating. So I'm super excited about what's happening now. And I must go back in that book that you gave me online that will tell me what year I'm in now and what to expect from the year. So,
You're the third of the third, aren't you?
yeah, 58.
So you're currently in a personal year 7.
Yeah.
You you went in March,
Yes.
and personal years run birthday to birthday. So in this, and they take about a whole month to fully kick in, right?
Okay.
So you're in a year for all things 7, seeking, questioning, asking.
Yes.
No one rings you back. Things take time. You'll
Yeah.
need to retreat. You'll need to reflect. You'll need to research. So if we don't understand what personal year we're in, we can think, oh, what's going on? Why
Yes.
are things slow?
Yes.
But there's themes within the years. So we work in 9-year cycles, and I always say there's better years and easier years to do things. So I'm in a 9-year, and I
Oh,
went in on the 4th of the 4th. It's
yeah.
funny, you're 3-3, I'm 4-4.
Yeah.
Um, and I went in on the April the 4th, and a 9 years about endings and
Yeah.
shedding and
Clear
healing
out.
and releasing
Mhm.
and letting go, and your shoulder gets wet because it's emotional
Mhm.
and people need you more. It's a year for healing, and I never talk about healing. I talk about learning. The more we learn, the more we
Yes.
heal. But
Yes.
a 9-year is for healing. What
Okay.
do we do when we need help in the UK? We ring 999, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in in my house, I've been here 4.5 years. There's not a lot of stuff, but there's enough, but it's not like
Cluster.
jam packed.
Mm.
But all I'm doing is selling things on Vinted, decluttering,
Mm.
trips to the tip,
Mm.
filling up the recycling bin, because it's a year. Now, you might think, what am I doing? But because I know that it's a year for it, I
Mm.
can lean in. If clients leave, I can let them go with love.
Yes.
Well, I would anyway,
But
but you
it's
know what I
like
mean.
going with the flow, but knowing why, how, and why the flow works, isn't it?
Yeah. Appreciate that the soil is fertile for
Yeah.
this. Not because the tide is in, the tide is out, the tide is in, the tide is out. You get a busy go, go, go year, then you get a slow year. Then you
Yeah.
get a busy year, then you get a slower year.
Yes.
So then you can lean into it
Mm.
and think, I'm not going crazy. This is what's going on.
But it must give one a lot more confidence if you know that this is something that is going to work with you, and if you work with it. So what's an 8 between 7 and 9? What does the 8 mean? Because I am in a way learning, honing. I am also going to take time to build my fitness. But so the year 8, because I need and want to do a lot more speaking events in year 8 or next year rather, and really get out there, get what I do and how I serve out there. Well,
So
that works.
you could use the 7 year,
Mhm.
like for fitness. It's good for yoga, it's good for swimming.
Yes.
An 8 year fitness wise is strength. In the tarot, 8 is strength.
And
So
business
more
wise, business
yeah,
wise.
so more strength training,
Mhm.
more like Zumba, more
Yeah.
cardio, more aqua,
What
that
about
kind of thing.
how I'm helping women with my business? That year 8's a good year for.
So in a 7 year, I'd
Mm.
get all your ducks in a row, get under the
Okay,
bonnet of the business, do all the research, do all the planning.
brilliant.
Opportunities will come when you least expect, which is 7. And then in an 8 year, it's you reap the rewards, you harvest of the last 7 years. Now, if you sat on the sofa watching Netflix for 7 years, nothing comes from nothing, right?
Yeah.
But it's relative. But
Yes.
what I found in my 8 year, the first half was really focused on goal setting and results and running my retreat in Greece. And the second half was more about courage,
Mhm.
determination, strength.
Keep
What does
going.
ambition mean?
Mm,
Um, discernment, because it's about all of those things.
mm.
Yes, it's about money and success and wealth and
Mhm.
results, but it's also about quality.
Yes, yes. So, because I know you've traveled the world speaking to and helping companies, corporations. Um, I don't know if you wanted to tell, because I find this, I think the listeners will find this element fascinating. Rewinding a little bit about each number matches, each letter of the alphabet has a number, one, two, what is it, 27? How many letters?
26.
25, 26. Um, would you like to explain, or would you just, I mean, people, I think this is incredible. If you want to know, if you want to be rest assured about the way your life is going and going to go, please contact Jo. And she's so generous with her knowledge and what she will do. At the end, we'll give you her website details. But is there some way that people can just, from using ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4, how to just work out what their full name is or their personal year number?
Well, I've got apps, free apps. So if you
Okay.
go to my website, josoley.com, go to start here, then
Mhm.
there's two apps, the life path number and personal year.
Okay.
Don't ask AI to do it for you. It gets it wrong. Every week I'm mopping up the mess.
Oh,
And also, like something like numerology, it reawakens skills when you work with the numbers. So
yeah,
don't,
yeah,
take that power
yeah,
away from
yeah.
yourself doing it. The
Yes,
letters can be a bit trickier. I'd work with a numerologist to do your name,
yeah.
but use my free apps on
Find your year.
my website. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant.
And what
So
were you saying about working overseas?
I think have you worked over, you've traveled, haven't you? Is that your retreat in Greece, which sounds amazing?
That was last year, but
Mhm.
that was in Samos because Pythagoras was born there. So
Oh,
I took everyone to his cave. So that
oh,
was very powerful.
yes.
Um, but no, before, like years ago, I worked in Australia, Egypt, Morocco, Turkey, Tunisia, 10 ski seasons. So I'd worked in travel anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm. Amazing.
But that's one energy. But
One,
I was
yeah.
never really happy, even though I worked in amazing places all over the world. Ones have to be self-employed.
Yeah.
So I'm not good at being told what to do.
Actually, neither am I. Being self-employed has huge advantages, but I also think we work a lot harder. We don't have sick pay,
Yeah.
and but I think when it's your why and your passion and your purpose to do what you do and knowing who you are and why you're doing it, I'd much rather, I'm so much happier doing, and I'm 68 and I have no intention of retiring. I've got a long way to go with what I do and why I want to do it, and helping women just with their confidence. For me, the root is self-worth, real self-worth. It has to start from there. And I think maybe we should do, yeah, we could do a little double up thing with a woman and her numerology and where she's at, because her self-worth is going to be maybe easier to build. I don't know, I'm exploring here, and perhaps that's something that we can do later, Joe. Is there something that you would like to tell our audience before we say goodbye?
So I'd always say understand your life path number, but understand your personal year.
Mhm.
They're the two main places.
Mm,
Know that, like we said earlier, it's easy for me to be 4 because I'm born on the 4th. It's
mm,
easy for you to be 3 because you're born on the 3rd. But
mm.
the life path number is the path you're here to walk. It's also called your destiny number. It's what you're destined to do. People
Yes.
say, oh, yeah, I think I'm a 5 or I know I'm a 6,
Okay.
but you're never done knowing. It's that
Yes.
your numbers
Yes.
work
Mm.
with you, they walk with you through your life. There's
Mm.
no cookie cutter approach in business. People work with coaches and they're good at what they do. They're exemplary in what they do because their numbers show them that. So then
Yeah.
when they try and teach their method to other people, sometimes it doesn't work
Okay.
because we're all different.
Yeah.
You're here to do a job I can't do. I'm here to do a job you
Yep.
can't do.
Yeah.
It
Mm.
doesn't go to the next person. It
Mm.
literally doesn't get done.
Mm.
Uniqueness is your divinity. Uniqueness is the power of numerology.
Mm. And I honestly think you're unique in your knowledge and your passion. So, what does the future hold? You're clearing out now in a year 9. So, what does your number 1 hold for you from next April?
Yeah, so next year's a new iteration of Bizology, so watch this space.
Okay. Oh, exciting. I might have to have you on again. That would
Yeah,
be good,
yeah.
wouldn't it? Yes, yes. And I think, Joe, that's probably a really good place to end. And so thank you very, very much. I love how you deliver your passion. Just before we go, when you're not doing numerology and talking numbers, what keeps you happy and relaxed and busy or energized or just being Joe outside of numbers?
Um, I love good coffee. I like a good rummage in a second-hand shop or
Oh,
a
yes, I
pre-love shop.
yeah, yeah.
I love to travel. I like wearing leopard print.
Oh,
Recently I've got a new niece, so she's keeping me busy.
oh, that is lovely. Absolutely lovely. So once again, please tell our audience how they find you.
So my website is josoley.com, josoley.com.
Okay, brilliant. And you've got those 2 free apps on there for people to use.
Yeah.
So thank
There's
you,
lots
Joe.
of blogs, podcast resources.
Oh, yeah, I've seen your website. I've worked with you, and do you know, people, you can do an awful lot worse than look up Joe's website, do her free apps, but also in the future, really working with her or just having a session with her is just fantastic. She's helped a number of my friends, actually. She really has, as well as me. So thank you so much, Joe. If you
Thank you.
enjoyed that, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye for now. Thank you, Joe. Bye
Thank you.
bye.